sing a happy song together, and we'll all be a happy family.
Well, okay, I've got some ideas of what I might try with this speaker. Now, I found those two, and they're both the same size, but too deep. Shame. But what I thought I could do here is all it needs really is something rather like foam that's used in some speakers at the edge rather than card. So this is just basically a sort of polishing cloth. It's fairly tough but very flexible. And what I'm going to make is a ring of it that will go around the edge. And then I can colour it in black with a Sharpie on the side that you might see through the front. But I can stick it with PVA glue to the cone itself and maybe use some other sort of glue around the edge, maybe mix some epoxy glue and put round the edge and stick it to the metal. But the PVA should soak into this and it should soak into the card and make a good bond. So that will complete the cone. And then I can make a ring of card or something that will go around the outside. If you look at one of these, it's got a piece of card, that's all it is, just a thick card around the edge. So, and they've stuck together. Hang on a minute. All right. So there we are. So what I've done is gone around with a pen and marked out where it comes. Now obviously I'm going to have to cut inside the outside circle and also inside the inner circle to get a ring of this sort of felt type material, which I can then use to build up the cone. I think all it really needs is something that will just steady the edges of the cone. And the cone itself, this part is in good condition. There's no rubbing or anything. There's a slight tear there, which obviously will glue with the PVA as well. And glue it from this side all the way around where it joins, and also try and get a little of the PVA in the bits I can get at from this side. And I think that will support the cone pretty well. And as I say, I'll blacken it off with a Sharpie once it's in, and then make this ringer card to go around the edge. I think that pretty well sums up what I'm going to try, because it needs to be something flexible. I don't think it's really got to be all that solid, but it must be flexible above all. So using a plain piece of paper wouldn't really work. I don't want to ruin a good speaker trying to get a piece to go in there. I just think that's probably going to be sufficient. And if it doesn't work very well, there's still the option of getting another speaker from somewhere. But I think it won't sound too bad as long as that edge piece is filled in with something that's flexible. So anyway, there it is. It's a ring of this felt-like material, because it's only covering a very short ring around the edge of the speaker, so the flexibility I think is the main thing here. And I did try tucking it underneath the cone, but I think it will work better on top. And I think the thing to do will be to stick it round the edges first with something like an epoxy glue, something that will hold it firmly around the edges, and then go around inside here with some PVA, and where I can, if I can manage to tuck any PVA on this side, I probably should as well. And I think that will support the edges of the cone adequately, and that I'm hoping will do the job. And then I can blacken it off with the Sharpie, and it should be okay. And it's not going to be visible once the thing's assembled, really, is it? So yeah, I'm open to any other suggestions before I go ahead and start gluing, which I will do in the next day or two probably. Right, we'll leave it at that point, and hope to, well, I wish you all a Happy New Year if you're watching this fairly soon after it was posted. And catch you in the next one. So bye for now.
Sing a happy song together, fill the air with harmony. Sing a happy song together, that's the song to choose. For pushing away the blues, keep the heartstrings running, there's a good time coming. It will keep on humming.